Hi, I'm Sheila McCarthy. I'd like to talk to you about one of our projects at the moment, digital video capability at Griffith. So why video? Well, 5 great drivers, flipped classrooms, adaptive learning, personalised learning, micro-learning, and of course supporting emergent technologies. We wanted to enhance teacher presence, enhance the awareness of video in education, and enable the creation of video itself. But we knew that we would need a holistic approach. A little more than just studios would be required. So when we look through the principles, which include sustainability, flexibility, scalability, user-friendliness, and efficiency, we also knew we needed to wrap this around capability building if it was going to be truly significant. To do this, we created a DV capability at Griffith framework, which incorporates or triangulates 3 different types of capability: dynamic capability, or the organisational's ability to provide facilities which will enable that capability; personal capabilities, which are about levels of confidence and the sense of being able to do something, which enhance capabilities, and without that, can't get to the professional capabilities, which are all about developing the capabilities of folk to use education professionally in their everyday practice, but to think of new and emerging ways of using that video. Very imperative for us. And then we went further. We started to think, all right, well, dynamic capability, what if we could build a CYO or create your own video solution? Well, the answer was yes, and we did last year. So we have automated supported maker spaces that are beyond one button. You might have heard of the one button solution. Well, we kept it, we like it, but we've also incorporated it with some industry standard switching software and other hardware within the studio, integrated this through a fully functional and automated workflow, which helps our users go through the process in not much more time than it takes to actually just do the presentation. So really powerful addition that was. We added a few more tricks as well. So remote access, BYOD, overhead cameras, Wacom connections, things like that were imperative, and we continue to iterate today and into the future with that. One of the other ways that we've been innovative in this particular project is about the way we deploy them out. As far as dynamic capability goes, Griffith has 5 campuses, so it's really important for us that we could deploy these model studios out to those campuses and or target some if we wanted to for new iterations and piloting those, and also that it's independent of the university networks and infrastructure, so that when we can mitigate against downtime, or we can replace or update very rapidly those studios. So imperative for us. We did all that. We know we have reproducible, efficient, user-friendly, adaptable and sustainable CYOs at Griffith, in which users can simply progress through. And the evidence is seen in the output. We're seeing all types of video being created through these studios, so really pleasing stuff. As part of the project, we've also have supporting resources and supporting activities, of course. So resources in the form of websites, digital basics, technology engaged learning, resources to support the use of cameras, loan equipment as well. And we're currently working on a series of innovation resources which look at things like how to create a YouTube branching scenario using video only and interlinked videos. So some really brilliant, cool stuff going there. And how did we go though with capability building? So last year was the pilot of the actual project itself, and this year is the rollout. So it's important for us to actually now start to reflect and think, all right, are things going in the right direction? Dynamic capability, I think we can say yes. 5 campuses across 3 studios at this stage, with plans for 2 more studios next year. Fantastic. Let's look at adoption. What we did here was looked at the last 7 months of last year and compared it to a 7-month period this year as well, in which we had 4 core CYO studios operating, and that way we were able to compare sessions and unique users, which are real key indicators for us. Let's look firstly at sessions. Last year, 260 sessions. This is not output either. That number could be a lot higher if we were looking at number of videos produced. So good to know, but it's a good baseline. This year, 499 sessions. So how brilliant. Let's look at users. 215, we had 90. This year we've seen triple that and a little bit more, 283. So again, going up and in the right direction, really, really imperative to us. We're seeing on average 23.8 sessions per week in those studios, and 229 of those 499 sessions are repeat. So great indicator there of the stickiness, if you like, or the levels of confidence for people to come back and try it out and have another go at the CYO. Fantastic. We're seeing an average of 9 new users per week, user studios, and of course that means we're doing lots of CYO training, about 193 of those conducted. So all up, if we look at the metrics, everything is going up and in the right direction. Let's look at our personal capability levels and how we've gone here. So we've sampled our unique users as part of this evaluation both last year and this year. This year we got roughly a 10% sample back, and we asked people to judge their sense of confidence based on a set of 12 questions pre-using the studio and post-using the studio. What we saw was an across-the-board positive effect. So beautiful to see that levels are all raised across every single question. And questions with things like my sense of confidence in editing video, up 35%. Brilliant, love it. My sense of confidence in operating a studio itself, up 48%. Amazing. Technical reliability in producing digital content. So in other words, I feel confident I'm going to produce something that will actually work, which is fantastic and so imperative for the academics. My sense of confidence in my ability to create my own digital content altogether, fantastic, up 22%. So, looks great on the personal capability level. Let's have a look at professional. Here we have a question set of 6 questions. Again, we ask people to look at pre and post using the CYO. Again, we see an across the board positive effect, so really, really happy about that. And what we are seeing are increases in areas like the creation of video through the CYO studios enhance my ability to consider new learning and course design. So this is about going further, thinking about how to use video and applying that in professional practice. Has enhanced my ability to apply new pedagogical delivery approaches. Has led me to think creatively about the application of video to other purposes. Has enhanced my awareness of the use of video in educational delivery altogether. So again, really, really great. Much of this is due to the hybrid model of support as well. So we are a centralised unit, we support the community, some of which are learning and teaching support realms out there in the academic groups. So in some of those roles, they can actually have a distributed type model where they can teach their own academic groups as well. We're also seeing coming back as part of the evaluation survey, 82.14% of all the users surveyed were confident to show others how to use the CYO. So this is interesting for us. Maybe academics will teach academics. We'll see. But it's promising times for us. We are still innovating, and so is our community. We see new forms and uses for the CYO every day. Here's a great example for hearing impaired students, and a great way to utilise it. We're seeing the loan registers, equipment being utilised for all types of stuff. One of our 360 GoPros went to Japan this year, lucky GoPro. We're seeing beautiful immersive 360 learning resources being created. And we're seeing projects like this where this is a student created virtual reality immersive scenario called Blurred Minds, which helps students think about good decisions around alcohol. And so great to actually see how this equipment and how these capabilities and support are being used. Most importantly though, what is it our academics think? Well, we get a myriad of qualitative data, and all of it positive, I'm pleased to say, and we love seeing things like the range of it. So it goes all the way from, look, this is positive process, it's best practice, it's much appreciated, to I love the functionality, it makes me think about different ways to use it. I love the professional quality. My students comment on this, which is very pleasing for us, that we're actually hitting the actual key market, you know, down there. And my favourite, I was surprised by how professional I seem. So it gives you a real indication of the length, if you like, or the breadth of experiences and types of people, and how we're actually being able to cater to those different levels as part of this project. So I'd like to thank you very much for taking the time out to listen about the project, and we look forward to innovating wildly into 2017 for DV capability at Griffith as well. Thank you.